What is going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. So today we're doing a 370Z and we're gonna be installing differential bushings on there. He went with the white line performance bushings, and then I wanted to give you guys kind of a little sneak peek of what we got going on here. So we got a new little tire flag over here. It says RCA Garage, the alignment pros. We are the best in the business. If you're in Chicagoland, definitely hit us up. We also have a couple of new placards here on the window. So we got wheels, tires, suspension, we got brakes, OEM and performance auto parts, so we can do anything OEM or aftermarket for you. And we also have alignment up there in the window, because we do have a lot of traffic go by here during the day. This is one of the main roads. This is Allenson Road over here by the shop. So this is the new logo that we're switching to, RCA Garage. Kind of a little HKS inspiration. Those are ours, email, website, everything. Yeah, check out these. They look good. We got to do one more on the end. We're going to do the last one. We're going to do financing available. So we do offer financing now. And this is the sign that we got here. It's a little flag. So that goes underneath the tire. So it chills right there. And then just got this little bungee cord on here just so that flag doesn't pull up on it. Yeah, it's pretty sick. First thing we got to do, we got to drop down this exhaust. Then you're going to have these braces here off from underneath the diff. You're also going to have to remove this W brace as well, so you can get the shield out from underneath of where the drive shaft is. Because we're going to drop the drive shaft, the sway bar, those braces, drop the axle, and then there's a 17 mil holding in the bushing up there, and there's two 17 mils right here and right here as well. Once we get everything out, we'll press out those bushings, put the new ones in, and it'll be good to go. So one of the biggest telltale signs with these bushings is you'll think that you're losing oil from your differential case, but it's actually going to be this bushing up here. These are oil filled, so they're going to be rubber filled with oil. Same thing with those ones that are right there up there in the front. So those are what goes bad. And that's what caused the leak. And then with that, you can develop wheel hop. You can get a bunch of clunking and everything in the rear. So that's when you know it's a really, really good time to go ahead and change those out. So now you gotta take these off. So these are gonna go up and over the subframe there. One plugs into this connector and the other one plugs in up over here. So disconnect those. There's also a little line here. This goes to the diff. This is like a small breather hose. So pop that off. Otherwise you will get caught up and the diff won't be able to come out. So now we're gonna undo this 17 mil here. These two here. I like to use a trans jack. If you're on the floor, you can always use a jack stand or a jack and drop the diff. Everything else is off. We did the axles, the sway bar. I always remove the sway bar. A lot of guys try to leave the sway bar in there and it does fight with you, so I just remove it. It's so much easier. It takes like 2 minutes. And then all this is all clear. Drive shaft we took out. Tons of room for activities. So the best way that I found to do this is using a punch. So you have a punch here, you have it on a air hammer, and then you're gonna get that inner piece of metal there on the bushing and punch that out. Once that's out, then you're gonna take a Sawzall or some kind of grinder. I like to use a Sawzall, and you're gonna cut that outer race as well. Once you do that, you can push it right out because it's gonna relieve a little bit of the tension after you cut it. And then all that's gonna come out, and then you can go ahead and slap in the new one. I'll give you guys a little closer up view just to show you what I'm talking about. So there's like that little black race. You're gonna get this out first, and then this big rusty one is second. You have to cut a relief cut to get that one out. What I like using is little brake caps. Throw that on here to keep the fluid from coming out of the diff, out of this little vent here. And then you can now rotate the diff over and press out those bushings. So now we're going to take these bushings, so the smaller ones are going to go on the top, and the fatter ones are going to go in from the bottom. We're still going to use these bottom washers from the diff, and we're going to use these ones that go on the top, just like you would on an OEM. And then you're going to throw on the inserts once everything's done. Use a little bit of high temp grease. This will help lubricate it so it slides in easily. And we're going to put this one on the back by the subframe. Put a little small little bit on there. Rub that around the bushing. Pushes it right in. Same thing with this one. Slides right in. I still have a little bit left in my hand, so I can go ahead and use that on these. And push those up in from the bottom. Nice and easy. So you can do that on all four. And then you got these little inserts, so you can take those, move those up nice and good, slap them in, slides right in. I have a little bit left over in my hand here, throw those in. So now that everything's done there, we can go ahead and install everything back reverse order. Start with the diff, throw that up, torque everything down, do the drive shaft, put the sway bar back up, put the exhaust back up, put all those braces back up, and this thing should be ready to rip. It's gonna be a lot better. There's gonna be any kind of wheel hop, none of that anymore. You're not gonna have any clunking in the rear or anything. So let's get to it.
A few moments later.
So there's the new diff bushing up on top there. You see the little bushings up on the ears up there. Went ahead and replaced a couple of these V-bands as well. All the bracing and everything is back up. Like I said, just gonna go over it real quick, make sure everything's torqued, and send him on his way. So one thing I did forget to cover is why I use like an air hammer instead of like a press or anything. The standard ball joint press, you can't get access back there on the rear subframe. So you'd have to actually drop the subframe and it'll take a hell of a lot longer. Z1 does have like a special kit where you can thread a bolt through and it'll start pushing that bushing out. However, those kits are like a one-time use, and I do maybe 2 to like 5 of these things a month. It just isn't very cost effective. So this way, it's really simple. We got it down to a science. Everything comes out super easily, and it's what works for us. So hopefully that helps you guys, makes everything a little bit easier. And this is something that you can definitely do at home in your garage, or if you just want the pros to do it, bring it by here and let's get you set up. As always, guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.